Hi, I'm Albert from TEC-RFID, and today I'll be speaking about the basics of RFID, how it works, what it can be used for, and most importantly, the benefits it provides. So to start with, what does RFID stand for? It stands for Radio Frequency Identification, and it's a way of identifying objects wirelessly. The way that it works is that RFID readers transmit an electromagnetic signal, and that's reflected back by the tag so that the reader can read every tagged item. A tag is made up of three components. There's the antenna, the chip, and the substrate. Now the antenna receives and retransmits the radio signals. The chip holds the data, and the substrate is just the material that the tag is made out of. So that's a basic explanation of how RFID works. But there are more factors to consider when choosing what type of RFID is right for your application. There are three main different types of RFID. That's low frequency, high frequency, and ultra high frequency. And they're all used for slightly different purposes. Low frequency RFID operates between 30 and 300 kilohertz. It's much shorter range than the other types of RFID, but it does have some uses such as access control, key fobs, and animal tracking. And the advantage that low frequency has is it's not as adversely affected by liquids and metal as other types of RFID. Then there is high frequency RFID, which is 13.56 megahertz. This is used a lot for contactless cards and is available in most smartphones with NFC reading. Finally, there is ultra-high frequency RFID, also known as UHF RFID. And this is often used in warehousing and retail applications. So next we'll talk about the difference between passive and active RFID. Passive RFID tags have no internal power source, which means they get all their power to transmit their data from the reader itself. This means that they're much cheaper to produce and can be as little as 8 pence per tag. But the read range, although better than low frequency and high frequency at about 0 to 20 meters, it's not as high as what you'll see from active RFID. Active RFID tags do have a battery, which means they're much more expensive, but they can provide a much more accurate gauge of exactly where that tag is located, and they can also have a much higher read range, up to a few hundred meters. Finally, it's important to consider the form factor and material when selecting tags. UHF RFID can have problems with liquids and metals, but that can often be alleviated by choosing a specific tag designed for that situation. Another factor to consider is the durability required. So if it's going on a box that's only going to be used for a short period of time, a paper label is sufficient. But if it's going to be on an asset in an industrial environment, you'll need a much more robust tag. There are a wide variety of different tag types available for different situations. So if you want recommendations on which tag is right for you, go to our website tecrfid.co.uk and we'll be able to help you with that. One benefit of RFID is the speed of scanning. With barcoding, you can only scan one barcode at a time, but with RFID, you can scan literally hundreds of tags in a single second. Another benefit of RFID is that you don't need line of sight to scan the tags. So for example, you could have a box full of items and you could scan everything in that box without even having to open it. Durability is another advantage, as you can have an RFID tag made out of a very robust material where a barcode might be destroyed or smudged. RFID tags can also store a lot more data than barcodes, as they can have up to 2 kilobits of data stored on a single tag. RFID has a wide variety of different uses and applications. Two of the most common are asset management and inventory management, particularly with valuable assets where being able to track them quickly provides a great benefit for the business. If you're interested in learning more about how RFID can be used for our business, check out the other videos on our channel or visit our website tecrfid.co.uk for more information. I hope you enjoyed today's video. For more content like this, please subscribe to the channel, and if you did enjoy the video, give it a like, and I look forward to seeing you next time.